Hey, this guy's podcast. Hello. How's everybody doing out there in podcast land? I'm the Stone Pony, Davante Stone, and we got a special treat for you today, live from Chicago. See, I'm always one to support Chicago talent. Grew up here, but people really don't know that we have a melting pot. Sitting with me today is a Chicago legend, and you'll find out the reason why, because this man has got at least 2.5 decades of just performing, being an artist. Y'all give it up. I want y'all to show him some love. All of my Chicago people, give it up for Chicago's West Side Zone. Hey, this guy's podcast, Danny Boy!
Yes. What's up, everybody?
This guy!
Yes.
Danny,
Thank you.
You and I were talking coming in.
Yes.
We go back at least 20 years.
Absolutely.
Because I remember when you started.
Yeah.
I was at WGCI.
WGCI, that's right.
Years ago.
That's right.
But music has changed. The industry has changed. A lot has changed.
Yeah.
But just to let everybody know that you, at 14, it was 14, you caught something like, I need to be a singer. I'm ready for this, because you come from a family of entertainers.
Absolutely.
So talk about that at 14, because I know what I was doing at 14, and well, we're not going to talk about it. It wasn't that important. But you at 14, what happened?
So at 14 years old, I was with an independent company that was shopping some deals out of the city. It was myself and a group by the name of Crucial Conflict.
Crucial!
Another West Side of
Chicago's very
own. And we went out to California for the first time after putting these demos together. And Warner Brothers and a couple of other companies were looking at me. But I happened to be in a meeting with Crucial Conflict where we were up at Interscope Records, and Suge Knight walked in the door.
Suge Knight, this
was about 15.
You
I
were
was
14,
15.
right? 14.
So I was 15 years old when this deal happened.
Yeah.
And
was he intimidating?
I mean, you know, everything looked, when you're young, everything looked bigger when you're younger. You know, that house that your auntie had, it looked like she did the 5 bedrooms, looked like a mansion. But when you get older, but absolutely, this was a 6'3" man, 300 something pounds. So yeah, he was pretty big. And pretty scary sometimes, you know, for the stuff that he was known for, what people kind of, the picture that they painted.
Yeah, I want to kind of get into that a little bit, because I know that you came out with a docu-series, a biography.
Yes.
And you kind of talked a little bit about it. We're going to get into that. So here you are, 15.
Yes.
Finish that.
So here at 15 years old, leaving the city, church boy. You know what I mean? Born and raised on the west side of Chicago, you know, where the food stamps was in the books.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? And I just had a vision of making it in the music business. I come from a singing family, and my aunt, she had a big song out, but really never got over or really got her attention that she should have gotten. And it was just my mother, you know, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up, your mother, Dorothy.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, she was very influential.
Yes.
And you name a whole lot of other people, but Dorothy.
Yes, Dorothy. Wow, my mom. I lost my mom at about 16 years old, but how I keep her living, she is probably my #1 influence. She had 7 strokes when she was pregnant with me, and she was known for singing and saying poetry. She was a protege of Maya Angelou, and I never had an opportunity to hear my mother speak in the normal voice. Out of all of my sisters and brothers and her 12 siblings that she had a speech impediment. That's all I knew. But everybody would say, man, your mama used to sing, and she used to say these poems so much. But I do remember my mother being my first music teacher.
Wow.
That if I was singing something in the wrong note, point, go up, no, go back down. You know, and I was the only person that really understood every word that she said. So that's what kept my singing. I think, you know, for the years that I'm here, I'm glad that God has sustained me. That's more than anything, because every time I sing, I could look in the room and vision my mother in church when I was younger and singing and see her smile.
It's pretty deep, because she's still around.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
The people that we love, we know that we miss them,
Yeah.
but we know that their presence and they're still around.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're talking now. So you, and man, people don't even know. Yes, Tupac, of course, you were on the anthem.
Yes.
The world famous anthem, I Ain't Mad at You.
I ain't mad at you, no. I ain't mad at you.
This guy over here, yeah, that's him. That's Chicago's very own. And I ain't mad at you either because just so that you will know. So we're moving ahead. Of course, we kind of talked about it. The industry has changed.
Oh wow.
The music industry, you know how it was, even trying to get music played, even back in the day. And so you moving around, signing to Death Row. How was it? What was that like? Was it hard to get out of that situation?
So I stayed around at Death Row Records after the demise of Death Row. After Suge Knight was locked up, I decided to.
So what happened after he got locked up? Because I remember when I saw all of that. And this is the time when he fainted. He fainted in the courtroom. And fell all out and all that crap.
Yeah.
So this was after that.
This was after when Suge first got locked up. I stayed around. First, I was Suge was my legal guardian. When my mother passed, I was in California, and Suge became my legal guardian. So I felt a need to stick around the longest.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because all of the stories that people probably have heard about him. You know,
was any of those stories true?
I guess, you can go through a list of them, and some of them was and some of them wasn't. I mean, if there was, everybody knew that Death Row probably fought in every city that they went to. Yeah, that was, some of those things were true, but a lot of the stories was never really shared that he helped Snoop Dogg get on. He helped Dr. Dre regain the attention, and he helped a person like me from the west side of Chicago to be able to have the opportunity to do what we did. The ride wasn't smooth. It wasn't good at the end, but the beginning and the middle is really what matter. And then as long as you keep going at it, I feel like I still have the voice to sing, and I still appreciate him for putting me in that position.
And you were put in a great position because you already had the foundation. So what about Tupac? What about these guys, Snoop? Tell us some things that we don't know.
So Tupac, I met Tupac a little bit. Suge was going to New York to visit Tupac, and the day that Tupac got out of jail, I was in the car.
You were in the car?
Oh, absolutely.
What was that like, bro? You in the car? Y'all going to pick up Tupac at the penitentiary?
Yeah. He comes to the car walking out like
What
George
was it
Jefferson.
like when he came out?
He walking like George Jefferson to the car, and I was kind of excited. By this time, we had been there a few times, but I didn't know that he was being released.
Wow.
And now he's out in the car, and Suge had this thing where if I knew all of the old school songs, he'll start an old school song to be like, "Hey, sing this song, I'm gonna give you $1,000." And once he found out, Pac, when he got in the car, that I could sing, should be like sing something, I became like the human radio for him from that point.
Interesting. Yeah. More with Daddy Boy here on This Guys Podcast as we talk about the restaurant. There's a couple restaurants that we're going to talk about, and one of them is here in Chicago. Plus, we're going to talk about the brand new album that is being released on Valentine's Day. I think it is so appropriate for it to be, actually, we kind of have a little something in here. We got ready for you on Valentine's Day as this album is dropping. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Danny Boy on This Guys Podcast. Over here, this guy.
Come back.
Danny Boy is visiting This Guys Podcast. He's with us today. And let me say this to you, because I know you're going to be performing. You're single.
Yes.
But you have done other stuff. You've done some stage.
Yes.
You've done some acting.
Yes, I love theater.
And now you love theater. I can see you on stage doing your thing. But you have a book out.
I do.
Called Stranded.
Stranded on Death Row.
Talk about that book.
So I have a book that's called Stranded on Death Row, and I just share my life and my musical journey throughout it. It's available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon, and I'm working on
What's some of the juicy stuff in there that if we can put out something right now, because we want people to buy this book, we want you to support, but give me something juicy in there that I know there's some juicy stuff in there.
I mean, I got some juicy stuff that I got in trouble about talking about in some interviews in the past, but a lot of my, Y'all go get the book because I want to keep this as safe as possible.
You see what I'm saying? You saw I tried. I really did. I tried, but
I see the setting, but it's some juicy stories. Trust me, and if it's not, y'all make sure y'all hit me on my Instagram and tell me I lied about it.
Okay, so
I'm sure it isn't.
We're definitely going to do that. So Stranded, just in this book, when did this book come out?
So that book probably been out about 8 years now, 8 or 9 years, but I just relaunched it because I wrote it myself and I independently put it out. So it's for the ones that haven't read it. It's new. Hell, it just came out yesterday.
It just came out. Okay.
So that
I
they
wish you
can
had
read
some
it.
copies here. We can
I know.
sign some autographs or something, sir.
Slipping.
Yeah, it's okay. You can always come
I'll be back.
You can always come
Absolutely.
back to the show.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these restaurants because I know you had a couple. You actually had 3 restaurants. One was opened in Atlanta. Talk about the other one.
So my first restaurant venture was open in Atlanta. It was called Legends.
Legends.
And I just wanted
remember
to
hearing about Legends.
It was a performance venue, club, cigar bar. I just always had a vision of being in the restaurant industry.
Right.
And I just called that was really the university of restaurants for me. That was my schooling because I lost a lot of money. I lost probably about $380,000
wow.
Trying to open that restaurant.
Jeez.
And I continued going on. I opened my next restaurant in Las Vegas to be the first Black person to own a restaurant on the Strip.
Wow, now that's dynamite because I heard recently they just got a Harold's Chicken somewhere in Las Vegas. I'm like, it ain't the same.
It ain't, trust me.
It ain't the same. Y'all can have that. So these restaurants, what do you serve?
So my restaurant now that I'm pushing is called Old Danny Boys.
Oh, Danny Boy!
And it's a kiss of culture. I got a Tupac burger.
Wait, you have a Tupac burger?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
I got a Tupac burger.
What else do you have?
I have a Jill Scott and Fresh Prince. Jill Scott and the Fresh Prince.
Wow.
And the Jill Scott is the chicken Philly sandwich. The Fresh Prince is the steak Philly.
That sounds good.
Anita Baker Beans.
Anita Baker Beans.
Bernie Macaroni. Some Al Green.
Bernie Macaroni. Some Al. Where's this place located?
So it's 1247 Southwestern Avenue. My jerk egg rolls, I heard, was #1. I also have an ODB sauce that's you can order.
An ODB sauce?
Oh yeah.
Wait, is this sauce hot or is it like?
So it's like
because I don't do spicy.
It's like a honey. I got a spicy one and a regular. It's like a honey mustard sauce, but our slogan is you can put this on everything. And the name of the restaurant is Old Danny Boys, and our slogan is "Come lick my fork."
Oh,
so
it's suggestive over here.
Yeah.
Come lick my fork. Okay, definitely. We wouldn't be in tune. We got to get over there.
Yes, please.
What's the address?
So 1247 Southwestern. I to be honest, I've been doing everything. I model myself as the singing chef, so I'm in there cooking all the time. And I'm pushing the record.
I didn't know that. So you cook?
Oh, absolutely.
So you're actually cooking the meals and preparing
them.
Yeah,
singing
songs. So it's a lot of stuff that we don't.
I
did not know because I thought that you just had the restaurant, but I didn't know you were actually cooking in there as well.
I'm in the back frying chicken. I'm making.
Your chicken? Can you fry some chicken?
I heard I got some good chicken. My jerk rolls, I'll put them against anything.
These jerk rolls sound good. Yes. I am starving for a jerk roll right now.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Chicago has changed, of course.
Oh my God.
Talk about, because you're from the West Side, what have you, if you could say anything to people that are inspiring before we get into your performance, how to even start if you're an artist. You started at 14,
yes.
And they don't have a way, they don't know, they don't have a foundation. What do you do? Because social media is big now where you can kind of do a lot of stuff your own, and you can promote and do stuff. But what is your advice to an up and coming new artist?
Absolutely. I think that it's much easier having social media as an entrance to anything that we want to do. I mean, you can Google anything that you want to do. I think the biggest thing is what I like to tell artists and upcoming entrepreneurs is do not prostitute the gift. What do that mean? Don't hurry up behind a microphone just because it's a microphone. Don't hurry up to do something because you have that opportunity. It's very important that I learned through this business. It's one thing, it's called the entertainment. And there's the biggest part in that word is business.
Come on,
and
say,
a lot of people don't learn the business part. They just want to get in front of the microphone. I want to dance as much as I can because I want to be in the next video. And at the end of the day, if you don't take care of your business, you did nothing but prostitute your gift. You have to learn what it is. The best painter, he learned if he want to paint, he learned what brush it is to give the best stroke. He learned what it is. The best carpenter, he know what nail to use. So if you're gonna be a singer or somebody that come from a vocal point, there's associations that we all must make sure that we're a part of to make sure that we take care of our business. And I'm a person to tell you, I lost millions. I didn't make a lot of money off of those records that I was on. But I thank God that he sustained me, that I still have the same energy at the age right now, at this age where I'm ready to collect the bag.
Y'all heard that. That's an amen. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Jesus, you right. You the man. Because that's where I get all of that. Because that's our foundation, and I know that's in you.
Yeah.
So that's why you have been successful.
Thank you.
That's why I believe you have a story to tell.
Thank you.
That's going to help somebody else.
I hope so.
Oh, I believe so.
Yeah.
So I know you're going to give us a snippet.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait, because I think this is a great single, and
Thank
I know you
you.
got more songs on this album.
Yes, and
so talk about this album.
Look, it's called Black Heart. It's the pre-sales is up right now. If they go get the album right now, it'll come out Valentine's Day, but you'll get a single off of the record, which is called Crazy. So y'all hear a song that's called Crazy. I promise you, this is the next single. Y'all gonna have to tell me what y'all think about it, but it's available on all platforms.
Right.
And I'm excited again. Y'all come out to the party, the big release.
We're coming out to the big release.
Yes.
And that's gonna be on Valentine's Day. Which is gonna be really, really exciting.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward.
And follow me too.
So how do we follow you? And I know
Yeah,
you're
follow
everywhere.
me.
I know I'm following you.
Follow me. Everybody follow
Where?
me on my Instagram as well. I always give my business out. I'm always on there. Danny Boy Steward. That's DANNYBOYSTEWARD, which is my real name, Danny Boy Steward. And then across there, you'll be able to run into the next social medias from there as well.
All right, Snippet is up next, right here on This Guy's Podcast.
This song is for you, yeah. Can we cruise down the boulevard while we're holding hands, being happy like we used to be?
That's right. It is our guy, Danny Boy, performing a snippet of this song.
That's right.
That's going to be released on Valentine's Day.
It's available now, so y'all go get the single right now. But the album is coming out, Black Heart. Let's go.
Let's go. It's this song.
I wanna make you smile all night, babe, while we listen to this song that I made for you. And this song is for dancing. This song is for singing. This song is for making good love to you. And this song is for moving. And you know it's meant for grooving, yeah. This song is for making some real good love to you, love to you, love to you, yeah. All night. Can we just relax, go kick it in the park, romancing in the dark, let the stars be our light. Oh yeah, baby. Then I'ma tell you everything I know your body wanna hear. So baby, listen closely to me. It's all good. Oh yeah. And if you don't mind, baby, I wanna make you smile all night, babe. While we listen to this song I made for you. This song is for dancing. This song is for singing. This song is for making good love to you. This song is for moving. This song is for grooving. This song is for making some real good love to you. Love to you. Love to you.
Yeah. I hope y'all like that. Y'all got to call the radio
on
station
it!
in the
Woo!
Well,
Hey, this song, Danny Boy, over here. Y'all show him some more love over here. This guy,
oh, wow.
Danny Boy.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, don't forget this song.
Yes.
Valentine's Day. Check them out. Valentine's Day. You gotta come on by. The album is dropping.
Yes.
This Guy's Podcast.
Shot
Town.
all day.
All day, baby.